Hi, this is the first of a new series where we're going to be looking at the basic message of the Bible. So over the coming sessions we'll think about God and about Jesus. We'll think about this wonderful world that we live in and why it is that it's such a mess. We'll think about what it is that Jesus has done for us and how that can become real in our lives. And finally, we'll think about where all of this is headed and how we should live now in light of that. So in this session, we're going to think about God and this world that He has made. Now, the Bible opens with the following words. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, this sounds obvious, but the implications are huge, and this idea forms the foundation for the rest of the Bible. If this is true, then the universe isn't the random debris of a huge explosion, but it's the handiwork of a personal God. And if there's a personal God who created the world, then this is a purposeful world, with a meaning and a purpose that reflects the Creator's intention. The world makes sense. There's a reason for life. The story of history has a plot and is moving towards a conclusion. If we take a step further, if this world, if we were created by God, then we have a relationship with the God who created us. God is the creator and we are the creatures. We live because of God's creative work, and we live in God's world. Now, in a culture like ours of radical individualism, all of that can sound a bit like a threat. But actually, it's really good news. It's the doorway out of the isolation and despair that we see all around us. The answers to the deepest questions of our lives could be answered by the one who created us. If we read on in the first chapter of the Bible, we see God bringing order to the world and filling it with life. And then God creates and commissions us, and we read this. God created humankind in His image. In the image of God He created them. Male and female He created them. God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth." So God brought order to the world and filled it with life. And then God created us to join in with what He was doing, bringing order to the world and filling it with life. We are meant to reflect our Creator's wonder and joy and love and wisdom and creativity, and reflect all of that into His creation. That's what life is meant to be all about, living in relationship with our Creator and joining in with the creation project by ruling and nurturing God's wonderful world in love. Now, this leads us on to two vital questions. Firstly, how can we know and relate to a Creator who is so much greater than us, who created the whole of the universe? Secondly, we still experience the wonder and the joy and the love and the wisdom and the creativity in the world, but at the same time we experience evil and injustice and fear and shame and suffering and death. Why is life as we experience it so far away from how God intended it to be? In the next two sessions we'll think about those two questions. What is God like, and why is the world so messed up?